I couldn't hear a single word you said. Hold up.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
This is a bad day for me to be here. Like, I mean, first of all, I like seeing Carl since the Celtics have made the finals. I gave him his day. Now I'm back to the troll. Okay, I'm gonna troll when he gets in here. I'm gonna let him know, and I want him to publicly apologize to me for doing what he did on that Sunday NFL countdown, because that's what I'm still. That's my problem. That's why I still remind him of that, because he gave up. He gave up, and then now look. You see, and I told him not to give up. I told him it's too early in the season. It's only January, and now look at you. You're in the finals. See that? That's why we listen to me. But Jason. Oh, I still have that video. I'm gonna play that for him when you get in here. I'm gonna play that for him.
Si hay sol, hay playa. Si hay playa, hay alcohol. Si alcohol y sexo.
Wait,
Si es contigo mejor. Si hay sol, hay playa. Si hay playa, hay alcohol. Si hay alcohol, hay sexo.
Bro, I gotta find that video.
Carl said we're on YouTube. Fire. All right, ready? 3, 2. Oh, wait, let me share it in the groups. Three, 2. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Andres, and we are back with episode 9 of Sports Mania. And today, along with my co-host, Mr. Graduate of Stony Brook, Jordan. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. I'm waiting for I'm looking for something right now.
Jordan, before we get started, Mr. Sir, how is your mental health today?
My mental health is fantastic as per usual. How is your mental health, Andres? That's what's important.
Doing swell. It's been a crazy weekend, eventful couple of days. Can't really describe it, honestly. It's been some good things, some bad things, but the positives will always outweigh the negatives. So pretty happy about that. As you could see, wearing this beautiful hat that I own. So today we're going to talk about, unfortunately, the NBA Finals. We're going to talk about the Subway Series potentially happening in the World Series. We're going to talk about Real Madrid being the champions once more. And we're going to talk about Mr. Carl Colange, who's going on a worldwide tour right now, going on every show, talking his shit. So before we get started, you guys didn't hear from us last week due to the events that happened in Texas. And it actually hit very close to me because, like, I'm still a student. I'm still in school. So I don't know what I would do if my parents had to get that phone call that I was in, like, a shooting or whatever, or having to be in a situation. It's just... it's a sad phone call. It's like somewhere you never want to be in. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in that situation, being a parent, being the kid itself, being a relative to the kid. So, Jordan, what was your initial reaction when you saw this news? Because, like, me personally, it was just like, it's the same shit over and over and over again. It's just like nothing's gonna happen about it.
My thought process was along the lines of shock, but at the same time not. I was actually in a car ride back from Ocean City, Maryland, and I was just checking my phone and social media, and I heard about the shooting in Uvalde, and it's terrible because it wasn't even 2 weeks after what happened in Buffalo, and since the Uvalde shooting, there have been more mass shootings in the United States. when we say it's not surprising, this is what we mean. You might hear it on the news once in a blue. You might hear it on the news here and there, but that's just because you hear it on the news once or twice in a month does not mean that that's where it stops. Like Uvalde was where it stops. The only reason that, it's like what scares me is the only reason that, it's only gone into debate now is because it's like this is a big, and it's only whenever, because everything that happens that's like big that we talk about in society, right? Black Lives Matter, gun control, the whole 9 yards. What sucks about it is that we only focus on it when it comes to the forefront. The whole point is that if you want actual change, you keep reminding, you keep pushing, you keep, making sure people know what you're talking. Because what happened in Uvalde, what's sad is we're probably not going to hear anything about a mass shooting anytime soon. We're probably not going to hear anything about Black Lives Matter anytime soon, unless there's a video that goes viral. And that's the saddest thing about it. It was shock. It was just like hearing the numbers, the initial numbers. And then I think the reaction after the fact was even worse because that joke of a governor, Greg Abbott in Texas, I mean, pulling up old tweets and then you see him talking about how he was so embarrassed that Texas was number 2 in like freedom to purchase guns in the state, and how he said that it could have been worse, and how law enforcement timeout. Because there's also issues with law enforcement as well. Why the hell are you not? Why am I seeing videos of law enforcement standing outside of the school while the mass shooter is going inside and doing what he wants to do? Why? Why do you get paid to have a job knowing that there is things that come with said job? And people, and what's worse is that I'll say something along the lines of that, of like, why should I pay you to do something that, I thought you were going to do, but why are taxpayers' dollars? Why are you getting a salary? Why are you even getting money for doing something that you're not doing? I'm paying you to do something, you're not doing it, but I'm giving you money still. You're still going to be fine at the end of this. Everything's still going to be fine. No one's going to hurt you. No one's going to hate you, right? But at the same time, it's like we lost a bunch of lives. A lot of families got ruined. And I think what makes it worse is knowing that there are people that are here or claim to be here to protect you, and they're fucking not. Excuse my French, and I usually try not to curse, but they really are fucking not. They are not. They are not. If they're too pussy to walk inside of a fucking school, what the fuck else do you think? Like seriously, they're too pussy to walk into a fucking school. Seriously. You know the dangers of this job. You took this job. You did the training. You know cops die. Shit happens. Cops fucking die. It happens. Get the fuck over it. Cops fucking die. Go the fuck in there and do what the fuck you're supposed to do. Instead, you're twiddling your fucking thumbs. There's parents that would rather walk in that fucking school over you. Fucking ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Why the fuck do we pay you? Why do you get paid to do absolute to do nothing? Why? Why do we pay you? And you don't do your fucking job. Step up. Be better than that. And then to make matters worse, it's not even that, like that is just one thing. Is that they were too much of like, they were too scared to walk inside and to help. Okay? That's one thing. So save it with that whole protection shit. Because I'd rather call, I don't even know. I'd rather call a friend than the police at this point. But that's beyond the point, right? Then you have the fact that Texas will never change. Places will never change. Common sense will never get through to any of these thick-minded motherfuckers. Like no sense of common sense. They don't care. And typically the same people that are pro-gun are also pro-life. So you care only about the kid when it's in the stomach, but when it dies in a school, when I have to watch what happened at Sandy Hook, when I have to watch what happened at Uvalde, there's many other, Columbine. I didn't watch Columbine because I wasn't alive for Columbine, but still Columbine.
Texas Tech. All of these shootings
Virginia
where children and lives are getting affected. And you're like, it's not the guns that kill people. It's the people that kill people. What are the people killing the people with? Idiot. Why are these mass shootings why are so many lives being lost?
Oh, because crazy people are killing crazy people are killing people. With what, dumbass? Use your fucking brain. With what? Assault rifles. Why do you need an assault rifle for? Really? Unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. And you know what? Honestly, I hope I get reactions out of this one. I hope I get people that actually oppose what I'm saying right now, because I'll run miles around you. I will make you look dumb, stupid. Try me. Go ahead, try me. Because there are little children right now, dead, families affected. And you know why you don't give a shit? Because it didn't affect you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I think it's sad the fact that we could name shootings like at least 15, 16, 17, 18 mass shootings in our lifetime without even fucking using Google. I think that's like pretty sad. And like, you're not safe at a concert, you're not safe at a supermarket, you're not safe at a fucking elementary school. Like, there's parents out there, over 30 parents that have to plan their kid's funeral because some fucking cops didn't want to invade a classroom. The fact that it came out the day after, that they were waiting there outside 50 fucking minutes to go inside, it's just disgusting. Everything that's come out since the event has happened and transferred has been disgusting, and I don't understand why they're cops. Like, this is the life that you signed up for and shit. A lot of people are saying, oh, we don't know what they go through, this and that, but it's just like, this is the life that you chose. The whole Blue Lives Matter shit is bullshit. Like, it only matters when cops get killed. I know you guys love statistics. There has been more kids that have died in school shootings this year than cops. Think about that for a second. More parents have planned a funeral for their child than cops dying. It's sad.
Explain to me one thing, Andre. Sorry to cut you off, but explain to me one thing. Why are guns not allowed in the NRA convention? Why? I thought guns are safe. I thought it was just people that are the issue. So why are you letting those people inside without their guns? You know why most Republicans love to tout gun propaganda and are so pro-gun and this, that, and the third? The NRA are in your fucking pockets. I see who you could easily see who's donating most to most of these campaigns and keeping these people.
That information is online. That information is online. It's not even hidden.
It's not that hard to find that the NRA is paying these people. So that's why if they make legislation that opposes the NRA's message, right? You think the NRA is going to keep donating to these people? No. And then what happens to them? They get out of power. Boom. It makes too much sense. And people are just so like amazingly ignorant. It's actually crazy. It's insane how like it's almost like, are you joking? Like, are you actually serious? Because you don't even have to put me in a what if situation of like, what if that was your brother at a young age? What if, that was your brother? You don't have to put that. I feel for those kids and those families that lost family members, just to know that, guess what? This is going to happen again. Sandy Hook families, guess what? It hasn't even been 10 years. Not even a full 10 years. It happened again and reached this
level. We're in the same position we were 10 years ago.
And reached this level and have done nothing to change it. So all that's going to tell the Uvalde, the families in Uvalde, the families in Sandy Hook, families around the world in schools, there's a chance that all it takes is some kid to walk into your school with an assault rifle and end your kid's life. It's that easy. It's that easy. And there's no change in America's system because of it. But this is what we stand on.
The home of the land, free of the brave, whatever the fuck the national anthem says. But the kids from Sandy Hook, they are supposed to graduate high school this year. Like, put that into perspective. Like, that's the easiest way to look at it. Like, the kids that were in Sandy Hook that survived, they're supposed to graduate high school this year, and it hasn't even been a full 10 years. This is the deadliest school shooting since Sandy Hook, and they were 8, 9, 10-year-olds. Like, it's pretty sad to think about. But with that being said, we do have a special guest on today. We have Carl. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. I mean, just listening to you guys, yeah, it's it's a crazy world. I mean, there's nothing else left to say. I've been talking about this all week. And as I said yesterday, I'm tired of talking, and I'm trying to start a club on campus at Suffolk, Gun Violence Club. That's my next initiative and next approach as a professor to try to something's got to be done. I also looked into joining the Sandy Hook Foundation because it's a revolving door of just, we're just going to do this, and then tomorrow we're just going to go back to our lives, and then people's lives are still affected. So I questioned myself, and I also questioned people around me. Is like, what can we get done if we really care about gun violence? So if this club, I don't know what initiatives or goals we're going to have. I'd love to hear from young people like you guys who are in college, to tell me what can we do, whether it's writing letters to Congress, whether it's protesting, whether it's, a yearly protest like they do. They have yearly protests in this country for different purposes. It's a new world that I'm going to tap into because it happened in less than 10 days again of a mass shooting. So I'm tired of sitting around and just praying, and something's got to be done. So if I could do my little small part in joining an organization or starting one, see what happens. So that's where I am with that.
Carl, before we get started, where's your mental health today?
It's good, man. I can't really complain. I'm blessed, man. My mom told me this. I had this conversation with her today, and last month she told me, she said every day she wakes up, she just says, thank God. And I've been doing that ever since she told it to me. And she said she could wake up in the middle of the night and she'll say, thank God, because we're alive. So I think that's one of those things we take for granted, is waking up every day. So knowing that and everything going on in this world could be worse. So I'm just grateful to be alive.
So Carl, I wanted to have you on today because we're students, obviously Jordan and I were students, but you're a professor. So what's the perspective from a professor reading this kind of news?
It's heartbreaking. I mean, I'm still a student too. So it's like, I'm a student, and like the majority of my life, if you think, I've been teaching for the last 11 years. So, and if you count being in school as a student, it's like I never left school, because I probably left for school for a year, not even, because I went through all my schooling. Then I started teaching right after I graduated with master's. I've been always in the school. So it's basically been in my life since I was in preschool. So I mean, it's heartbreaking. There's really nothing you can say about it, but just, I just think we just need to take more action. Honestly, that's all I can honestly say about it is, like I said before, we can't just make it a revolving door of just sending our condolences and our thoughts and our prayers, and then we just go back to our days and just like, okay, like, we protest in this country for things that we care about, and that's my livelihood. Like I said, I go into a classroom, I get paranoid. I go to the market, I get paranoid.
Movie theaters.
I go anywhere, I get paranoid. I shouldn't. And they tell you don't live in fear. That's great, but then, you want to live your life, but there should be rules. And clearly, New York, we understand, has stricter rules, and we don't have to worry about it as much because, to obtain a gun in New York is unless it's an illegal gun, you can't obtain a legal gun in New York because our rules are stricter than, say, Georgia or Texas or Florida. But other places that not so much. So I think we really need to assess it. The NRA is not going anywhere, and they're $1 billion company, and they, we understand that, and they're not going to change their rules. But our security measures, if the NRA is not going to change their rules about who gets a gun, but our security measures should be a little bit easier, should be better. Like I tell all the time, like I walk onto Suffolk, like you guys know it. You guys went to Suffolk, right? How easily it is to just get on campus with no ID, with nothing. You just roll up.
There's no security ever.
Right. So
even that, like I Carl?
said, we live and we live in a pretty safe, I would say, compared to other places, we live in a pretty safe, given you can look at the numbers of mass shootings in New York, you knock on wood, but still, there should be more of a system in place for more security, I think.
Another thing, Carl, at Suffolk, it's really pitch black during the fall. Like at when the time changes, when it's like daily saving time, at like 4 or 5 p.m. it's pitch black. Like there's no headlights or anything. So like you could literally get kidnapped and nobody will find
Oh
out.
yeah, off of Nichols Road. Yeah, I say my prayers when I'm driving home on Nichols Road. Can't wait to get to the southern state where there's
No, but I'm
actually
literally
lights.
like on campus too. Like
Yeah,
there's no
there
headlights
are
or
some spots. Yeah, there are some spots where so I think there are security measures that need to be taken in schools. That okay, the NRA, like what's the alternative, right? So the NRA is definitely not going to change their rules. You know, and tech and state laws are not going to change that. So we have to take a look at and evaluate security in schools. And there are certain states where they have resource officers that have guns on campus. Okay, I'm cool with that because guess what? Someone's not walking through, or you know, they need to you know, get scanned in. And I've heard people say, well, that's like a prison. Well, guess what? It's keeping people safe.
Yeah.
So
One of this saw someone the other day. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you guys saw it in the news, but someone at my old high school got arrested because he posted that he was going to shoot up the school. 16 years old. They didn't reveal his name, obviously, because he's a minor. But
yeah, but things like
I said,
like
it's
we got to change. Like I said, we take approaches. We protest for abortion in this country. We protest clearly for Black Lives Matter. But when we're gonna start the movement for mass shootings, man, like this is crazy. We can't be having our kids go to school with bulletproof vests. Like my cousin and I were talking about it. She's like, I'm gonna have to send my kids with a bulletproof vest to school.
They're selling bulletproof backpacks. That's the solution.
That's where we at. But you know, like I said, if anyone wants more information, I'm looking into it. I'm in the process of discussing with, you know, my campus at Ammerman about what can we do about it. It's a foundation or something we could start to get the conversation started. And I'm ready to lead the charge because
it's just good because like we use this platform and you've educated us many times on like using this shit because like I feel like a lot of people like we're the sports hit list, it's in the title, but like we talk about everything, you know, and like this isn't about
life is bigger than life is bigger than sports sometimes, man, and people don't want to
exactly.
If people don't care about it, then like I said, just go to another brand. It is like this is like that. Life is bigger. Like you guys know, life is bigger than sports. We entertain because we love it, but this is real.
But it's human rights we're talking about here. Yeah, but with that being said, Carl, I don't want to. This is not the time to brighten the mood, but and I'm not gonna say let's move on to the next topic because it's not really moving on. It's just us transitioning. But the Boston Celtics are in the NBA Finals for the first time since Barack Obama's first. I'm not gonna stand you. I'm sorry. The Boston Celtics are in the NBA Finals for the first time in 12 years. Ladies and gentlemen, after defeating the Miami Heat 100-96 this past Sunday, the first time in the history of the sports hit list that Carl does not pick the Boston Celtics to go to the finals. They are in the finals. So, no, Carl, I can't give you the floor first. Sorry. So, Jordan, with that being said, what did you think about this series overall? And what was your reaction to seeing the Boston Celtics in the fucking NBA finals?
Skip me. Go to Carl first. Skip me.
Okay. Carl, since you are our guest today, when that final buzzer sounded, we got a live reaction from you, obviously. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears into your video, but how are you feeling?
I feel like it's a dream, man. It's, you know, and fans want to say it's, they want to compare it to their franchises, or if I'm acting like that over 12 years, it's been more than that for their franchises. But that's what makes us sports fans. Like, it's real. Like that video was like my real reaction, like how I really felt in that moment. And when you love something as much as like my sister-in-law was the first time she ever watched a game with me on Sunday. And I was at a family barbecue. You know how that go, right? You with the family. And I told Deb once the game starts.
Teasing you.
Yeah. I told Deb once the game starts, I'm not going nowhere, you know, and her sister was like, come on, we got to go. And we were out in Wheatley Heights. Right, special shout out to the fam out there. So you know, it's a hike. So I'm like, you know what? I watched the first quarter. Second quarter comes, I have a 10-year-old who wants to play games because I'm yelling in her home, and she turns the TV off. And I want to yell at this little kid. I want to throw her across the room. And Deb was like, have good patience. So I said, you know what? We got to go home. I'm not doing this with this kid all night. You know, so I got in the car, put on the ESPN radio app, and I'm driving, listening to the second quarter, and my sister-in-law is in the car. We have some other people with us, and I'm like, shh, like I'm in the classroom, like I'm trying to listen. Like I have Doris Burke, and
The door is open if you guys want to leave.
Yeah, no, and I literally told them, you guys are gonna roll out this car the minute I'm not even gonna park. I'm gonna roll out this car so I can get home to catch the rest of this game. So, and at that moment, I think she understood what was going on. So I think there was so many emotions going through it. Deb didn't care. She's a great sport, and I just love the fact that she can make it fun to watch, because during that series she made it very entertaining for me, and her understanding my passion. But I think it's all of us in sports, as being sports fans, and this is as transparent as possible, is like when your team is in there, and you guys have been there, when your team is in that moment and you're about to like you're close, and every year you get, and finally you break through, it's just like finally after so long. So I think that was real. Like fans who want to say, oh, I don't, because my team and like I'm spoiled. Yeah, I am. You damn right I am. Yeah, we want the best for our teams. Yeah, it's not a matter of the draft is the best thing we can do. You damn right. We want to win a championship. And when you're
sorry for setting my expectations high and not setting them for the fucking lottery. Get the hell out of here.
Like that's what I've known. Well, since I've been a Celtic fan, we had a couple of rough years when I was in high school. When Danny Ainge's transition, we had a terrible 06 year, but then after that, I think 08, we've missed the playoffs one time. That's what I know. So all throughout my 20s.
No, yeah. I'm lying. 2014.
2014, yeah. Brad Stevens' first year, we missed the playoffs. So before that, like from 07, so I became a Celtic fan, you'd say in 02, right? 01, 02. I think they missed the playoffs maybe 2 or 3 times from the time.
Because I know Paul Pierce's last year before. I don't mean to slander him, like I really don't. I know Paul Pierce's last year before Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen, they missed the playoffs. So that's
that was the 07 year. It's crazy. I actually saw a game in Boston that year, and Paul Pierce he only played like 50 games that year, or 40, 50. He was hurt, and he was on the trading block because again it was traded like you watch these guys talk. It was Trader Danny. That was his name. It was Trader Danny. Like he was literally, everyone was on the trading block. Like he was just trying to trade people, just trying to see what he can get. And luckily, him having a golf game with Kevin McHale basically saved the franchise. So I think, there's a lot that goes into, from my history of being a Celtic fan, I've seen a lot of winning. So there's a high expectation for it. And that's okay to ask for, and when you say finally after 12 years is that we deserve to be, we're always in the mix. And when you finally break through and we're always Eastern Conference Finals before this year, 3 out of the last 4 seasons, 2017, 2018, 2020. So we were always right there, so I think having that and understanding, and the fact that we had the talent too, we had Kyrie Irving, we had Kemba Walker, we had Gordon Hayward, we've had all these moves that we just couldn't get it through, and we finally get through. You're damn right, I'm happy. I'm having a great week. It made up for last week's mass shootings, and finally, being able to just be here, and knowing that the road that it took us to get here, yeah. We in the finals. We're in the finals, man. Yeah, you damn right. I'm excited.
I'm happy because you've been wanting this for a while, and me personally, I don't trash talk as much as Mania and them. So you're not really being an asshole on my program. So I appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. Yeah. I mean, Jordan knows it because Jordan and I go back to when he was a freshman in high school and he was in my ear about James Harden. We actually had a debate too about James Harden.
We do have a question. We have a question from a gentleman. Yes, you, sir, in the navy blue shirt. You have a question?
Carl, there's only one thing I want from you to this day.
What's that?
Only one thing I want from you. What I want is my apology.
For what?
And I'll explain what, and I'll keep saying.
Oh my God, he's gonna go back to.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I got it queued up right here. I got it queued up. Hold on. Let me get the video. Let me get it. Hold on.
Text that to me, please.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown experiment that we've been doing for the last 4 or 5 years. This ain't it. And I don't know when they're gonna realize that.
Listen, he said it, not me. He said that.
Hey, Jason, Jordan, let me ask you a question. Well, let me ask you guys a question, right? So you guys, I don't know about Andres. Let me ask you a question. Have your parents ever been hard on you as a kid?
Yeah.
Have they been? Yeah, bro. We're minorities. We're
of course,
white.
right.
No
So let me ask. So
no
okay.
Offense.
No. There's none of. No, we are right. So as a kid, what my dad used to say, and I use this example all the time. I'd bring home a D. He'd say D is for dumb. Right. And I used to bring home D's as a kid in elementary school and high school. My dad
And now
would
you're
look
a
at the rank,
teacher.
and I live in Haitian, right? Right? No, right? My dad would look at the ranking. You remember in high school where they used to rank you on your report cards?
Yep.
My dad would
Yeah.
look at my rank. You know what my ranking was out of 240? It was 222 out of 240. And my dad would look at it and be like, the kid across the street is a 3. Why aren't you in the top 5? Why are you so dumb? Why am I paying you to send you to a Catholic school? Why am I paying? Hold on, let me finish, right? That's what we all know it. It's called what? He goes, you're not going to graduate high school. I'm just wasting my money. I should have sent you to like go. And Jordan knows this because he grew up in a Haitian house. We grew up where we call it what? Tough love. Do we not? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
How many times do we look at our own parents? We look at people who doubt us and we face the adversity. Do we not?
We do.
What's the difference between what I said and what actually happened?
Because
I want to answer. Hold on.
I gotta get in on this because he cut me off. I gotta get in on this. Okay, first of all, every year it's almost like my family. I give them things they should be thankful for, and I've never had this happen where it's like I've given them B pluses, B's all around. The one time I give them a D, they're telling me you have no chance of graduating. It's like you suck so bad because you're having a bad start to the school year. The whole year's over. I might start off the semester with some C's and D's here and there, but mom and dad know at this point I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna go up. They know they don't lose faith. If my parents ever lost faith in me, I'd lose faith in myself. Personally, they've never said, "Oh, D is for dumb." Like they're calling me dumb and that I have no chance at any success in life. That's not what they're doing. It's almost like this semester. I'll give you this semester as an example. Literally, my whole life story, my spring 2022 semester. At the beginning of the semester, all I did for the first 5 weeks, every single Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I went out to a bar. I went clubbing. I did something that was social, and I just went drinking. And I never did homework. I had a rough start. You know what I did? I pulled the lever back. Not once did my parents tell me that we don't see you graduating. Like I put money that says you're not graduating. Obviously, this is not working. Obviously, the way that you handle yourself and the way that you time management, it's not working. No, they have trust in me that I got this. I got this. They know that I'm gonna come back. They know I'm gonna do that. So that's my rebuttal to your whole like, oh yeah, the Haitian.
Can I answer now?
And hold on. My thing is this: you always had faith, and I understand you're like, we have no identity back in January. Why? I've never seen, and you didn't, respectfully. But however, here's my thing: it's so early that you gave up on the rest of the season. And you did it in front of Paul and I forget the second person. The Travis. Okay, so I got it right. Okay, so you did it in front of Paul and Travis and made me look like a buffoon for saying that this team right here would not make it to the Super Bowl because they don't have a history of success in the 2000s.
There's a difference, though. There's a difference in that, though.
What's the difference?
You won your division. You already clinched it. You won your division. And you were heading into the post.
Yeah, but it's a Mickey Mouse division. Everyone knows it. No offense.
That didn't matter though. That didn't matter.
It clearly did. If they lost in the first round,
bro.
So you're telling
Carl, last year, the Steelers started 11-0. Ask anyone if they were moved by them. Nobody was moved by them.
Because they ended up losing in the second round.
At the end of the day, my team the difference between Jordan and I is that his team was already in the playoffs. That's what I was questioning. Was a matter of they were a lot further than my team. Did I not believe in my team? Absolutely. I even came on camera. I've admitted my L for that. I was wrong.
But can I get my apology for that day? That's all I want. And
that's hard for me to do because again, your team was in the playoffs.
But I said we're not making the finals because Dallas has a history of not. I said Dallas is not.
So based off what you're saying, is it so? Oh no,
years I've watched.
So again, based off of your history, they will never win the Super Bowl. That's basically what you're telling your fan base.
No, he's saying that the team was not good enough to.
That's not what he just said, though. He said based off the history. He just said it based off the history.
This past year, This past year, based off the history and the team that I was seeing, I didn't see a different Dallas team than I'm used to seeing. I've seen better Dallas teams that I thought would make the Super Bowl. 2017, I thought Dallas would make the Super Bowl when they went 13-3, and they ended up getting a first round bye, and they played Green Bay in the second round. And I looked stupid that day, saying Aaron Rodgers does not have this. Dak won it for us. Zeke's they're gonna get us to move.
So
on.
You're just tired of looking stupid.
I've witnessed so many seasons where we're better than the team that we just were this past season. And I said, we're not making it, because if 2015, we didn't make the Super Bowl because Dez didn't catch it. If 2017, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers goes down, he does surgery on the defense, and he gets Green Bay in a winning position. I've seen so many times where better Dallas teams have not won the Super Bowl. This team was not better than 2017 and 2015, then even in my opinion, 09. There's so many teams that Dallas has shown to me where I'm like, okay, they're good, but I think they'll make the Super Bowl, and then they don't. And this team, I knew they would make the Super Bowl, and guess what? They didn't.
Can I say one thing though? Your energy. Listen, there are things that we call sports gods, and miraculous things happen in sports that we never know how they happen, and our energy gives that to the sports gods. That's all I'm going to say. Now, this Celtic, you're going to call me crazy. You're going to call me delusional. You're going to say you don't understand what the hell I'm saying. That's all I'm telling you, is that for this year's run, that's all the energy I gave all those past years. Here we are.
If you were going to pick a Celtics team to make the finals from the last 5 years, it should have been this one. I'm not saying I had them as a top 5 team. I'm not saying,
I would have said that it's the same thing like Marcus Smart said. The 18 team I thought would have made it. They had a great run. And they lost to Cleveland, and like they came close to beating Cleveland. They really did. It was like another game. It came down to like Terry Rozier and I think Marcus Morris.
Well, Marcus Smart himself. He shut them out of the game. Him and Terry.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah. Terry Rozier.
Yeah,
Marcus
but
Morris,
this team,
I would say
18 that team.
No, they are. But I would say, looking back at those years where I thought I really legit thought like a legit chance and no trolling, 18 team. The year Kyrie got hurt and they should
have done it in 2020.
Jason Tatum's rookie year. I honestly thought we were going to the finals that year.
You know what's funny about that? You know what? I'm gonna talk my shit. So in 2018, what?
You can get a half apology.
What?
You can get a half apology.
I think you should apologize.
Let me hear it though. Let me hear it.
I'm kind of sorry.
For what?
For doubting my team when I shouldn't have.
And then what about but what about me? But what about me?
What about you?
Because I went on that show and I was ganged up upon for being right.
No, you were ganged up upon for not having faith. There's a difference.
For not being delusional.
That's okay, but we're all delusional as sports fans. It's okay for us to be delusional. Again, I predicted the Tim. You've never. let's readdress that one. It's okay to be delusional. I've been delusional my entire Celtic fandom, and for the 1 year I wasn't delusional, they made it. So that goes to show you something. Again,
but I don't think I'm delusional, but there's limits. I knew Boston was a better team, and I knew we were gonna lose. But I had to I told Carl this. I'm like, whoever wins the series is winning the finals. A lot of people are saying, oh well, if the Heat made the finals, the Golden State would have swept them. Hell fucking no. Whoever was winning this series was winning the finals. And people think that the Warriors are going to win this series because they're mad at the Celtics.
And you know what it is? Part of your team.
Hold on. Put your feelings to the side and be objective. Just because you hate the Celtics doesn't mean you have to pick the Warriors. Just because you hate the Warriors doesn't mean you have to pick the Celtics.
It's okay.
It's because you moved the needle. You moved the needle. Me personally, I despise the Celtics. The Celtics now, they're actually a likable team. I don't have anything against Jason Tatum and Jalen.
We all love Deuce. We love to watch Deuce. Deuce is great.
Listen,
but what I'm trying to say is the Warriors are not scary. They don't move the needle for me at all. If the Celtics were to win the series in 5 games, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Another thing I want to say, in 2018, like Carl said, it should have been Celtics Warriors, right? Now this year it's Celtics Warriors. This Celtics team is a 120% better version of the 2018 Celtics, and this year's Warriors are 100% a worse version of the 2018 Warriors. So technically, Carl, you got what you wanted, and you got it even better.
Now here's the thing.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Jordan?
Listen, I just want you to know, Carl, that I have nothing against the Boston Celtics. I've never had any hate towards the Boston Celtics. I've never disrespected your franchise. I've never threw dirt on a franchise. Have I ever done that?
I have to go back and try to recollect.
Not that you can remember off. Not that you can remember off dome though. That's all that really matters.
I have to go back and ask those SJB people if they remember some of our debates because we had some good ones.
Yeah, no,
bro, but
it was strictly about James Harden and is he him, and
I was right on that one too. But go ahead, carry on.
No, stop
We're
it.
not right on that.
Stop it. No, hell
Look
no.
at him now.
No, that's different. No.
We're talking about now.
He quit on two teams.
We're not doing that.
Then versus now.
He quit on two teams.
We're not rewriting history.
If you want to count Philly too, I think he quit on Philly, but that's beyond point.
We're not.
That's three.
No. We're not rewriting history. We're not doing that.
But you're talking about 2018. You're talking about 2020, 21, and 22. I'm talking about 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18.
No, the only version of James Harden I'll defend is 2018 to 2021 when he was good enough to win a chip. The other versions have choked, all of them.
2015?
He had the most turnovers in an elimination game against the Warriors.
They lost in 5 against the Warriors, didn't they, that year?
But that was the super team, though. That was the close to super team, though. That was the seven.
But you see, I don't like when you do that, though. Why are you always using that? Like, we love to do that, though. Or use the super team excuse, right? We love to do that.
We're not going to turn into ESPN and discuss teams that are not in the NBA Finals. Carl, who is the X factor for this Celtics Warriors series on both sides? What do you
man? I've been listening to this. You know what? I'm gonna have to run soon because my team's doing media day and I gotta go watch that on NBA TV. So I'm gonna give you my quick thoughts. They said that the X factor. Honestly, I was listening to what's that guy's name? Jay. On ESPN.
Jay Bilas?
No, Jay Williams, right? Jay Williams and Jay Williams, and so was Vince Carter was on there. And Jay Williams is saying they believe that Marcus Smart is the most important piece in the series. Because he has to guard Steph and offensively he gets the offense going. So I think Marcus Smart is definitely a key in this series. But for me, I'm going with the person I've been preaching all year. I mean, that's
Al Horford.
You damn right. You goddamn Skippy. It's Al Horford. And this is for all those goddamn haters out here who want to sit here and say they don't like Al Horford is overrated or Al Horford is no. You don't watch enough games to understand this man is the new truth. Al Horford to me is the most important player in this series. That's how I'm saying Al Horford. He can pick and pop. He can shoot. He can basically defend. He's a loose, scrappy player. He can block shots. He's a locker room guy. He's a great veteran. He's a great presence. He's a great human. Like, he's just a humble guy. Al Horford is the most important player in this series. We understand Jason Tatum's the MVP. And to me, there's a difference between MVP, most valuable, and important. Al Horford is the most important player in the series to me.
All righty, Carl. So we'll leave you to go to media day. We appreciate you coming on. Finals predictions, go.
I have not made a prediction all playoffs, and I'm going to keep it at that. I'll leave you guys with this. The last time a Boston Celtics player won Defensive Player of the Year, we won the championship, right?
Who told you that stat?
You did tell me that stat. Yes, you did. I would have figured it out anyway, but I'm just like, I'll give you your props on that one. And just the writings are on the wall. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna make it. I have not made a prediction. I don't think I made a prediction going into the any of the games. I'm gonna keep it like that. You guys tune in to On the Court. We'll be back at our normal time tonight at 7 p.m. where we'll be discussing with Mike and Coach and Ziggs. And I think Manny may pull up because he may get more of what I gave him yesterday because he didn't get enough apparently because he's still talking shit. I don't know why, but like I don't understand. Like, Jordan, I have respect for you. You stopped talking since October. Andres, you gave me I have respect for you because you made your. But Manny, I can never have respect for that guy.
I've been telling you the whole entire playoff run that the Celtics are legit.
Yes, you have, but I don't understand fans of franchises who are trash. At least Jordan.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like I don't understand. I don't get it.
Shit?
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like Jordan. Like Jordan had a great run when he had his Western Conference Finals appearances, and you had your moments. Jordan can say can talk some stuff. You know what I'm saying? At least his team. At least he saw an MVP caliber play in James Harden. He was able to bring an MVP to Houston. What can the Nets bring here? Nothing. And their fans seem to pump their chest and talk like they did something. They can't do it's mind-boggling to me. It doesn't make any sense. Can you guys explain to me that?
The last time the Nets were in the finals, George Bush was still in office. That's all I'm
What was that? 2003? I was a junior in high school. I was 17 years old. Damn, man. I was 2000. Damn, bro. Like, and they lost to the Spurs in 6, right?
You 36?
Yeah.
I'm turning 36. Yeah. In
Okay.
September. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at Messi.
Damn, yo. And mind you, and keep in mind, right? This was the narrative back then. Before there was social media, when I was in high school talking this, it was the East was weak. The Nets are the weakest Eastern Conference team to make it to the finals. That's what it was. When we looked at the standings, they won 50 games that first year. Jason Kidd turned them around. They looked great. And shout out to Jason Kidd. But because of the Net fans, they talk so much, yo. Because of them, I can't stand that franchise. And I like Jason Kidd. I love Richard Jefferson. I love Vince Carter. They used to have Lucius Harris, Keith Van Horn, Aaron Williams. I love those teams, right? But because of that, their fans make me sick. They've become the new New York Knicks fans. The Knicks fans have kind of calmed down. Now it's the Net fans pumping their chest. They need to sit their ass down and go somewhere and be humble. That's what they really need to do.
Didn't they get swept? Didn't they get swept?
They did get swept, and they're still talking.
They're the only team to not have won a playoff game still this postseason.
They still talking, and we got Peter. Why are you talking, bro? Why can't y'all just shut up and go away? Like that's my problem. Is like just take your L and move on and just stop. Like I don't understand why you keep talking. Like what is it doing for you? Like that's my problem. When my team loses, I keep my mouth shut. I don't say nothing. I keep it moving. But y'all, straight up, man.
Carl, one more thing before you go. I know you're running, but one more thing. I need you to be objective with me and be straightforward. When Jimmy Butler shot that shot, did you think it was going in? Tell me the truth, please.
I did. Okay. I dead ass thought it was going in. I was holding my when Deb and I watched, she'll tell you, we were up 11. I'm like, and she's like, it's over. I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, I know this team like the back of my hand. They're gonna give up this lead, and they gave up the lead. And literally, when he shot it, I went like this.
Bro, everyone and their mother thought that.
I thought it was going down. I honestly thought it was going down. I thought it was over.
I still think it was the correct shot to take. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you're in the high moment. You want to take the lead. You're the superstar player, and we can't be upset at it. And this is what we love to do as sports fans and say, well, they didn't do enough, right? But he literally had a 45-point game. He had that LeBron-esque 2012
47
30, right? And then he comes in the next game and has the performance that he has. He did everything he could. And I think it's a matter of questioning the others. Now, Kyle Lowry, you already know how I feel about him. I can't.
You love him. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Kyle Lowry, my ass. Wasn't he on the Rockets too at some point? He was, right?
Yeah. Rockets and Grizzlies.
Yeah, man. Master Joe documentary on Friday, fellas. This is the best project coming out. I'm already working on the next one. Greg, Stephen, Garrison are getting their documentary, and I started working on that one. So Sports Hit List.
Let me get my shirt.
Docs. Say again?
Let me get my shirt.
Listen, man, the shirts will be on sale at the premiere. Whatever's left over will be sold later on. So ESPN 30 for 30, the Sports Hit List, we're coming for you. I'm out. Y'all take care.
Take care, sir. Moving on to our second topic of the afternoon. I know we got like 10-15 minutes, but we're gonna run it late. I don't really care at this point.
I gotta go
Jordan
at 5:15, 5:10.
That's fine. Jordan, Real Madrid is once again champion of Europe without Mr. CR7. What do you have to say about that?
Next topic.
No, you're gonna answer the question.
Next topic. Congratulations to Real, who literally just won off one shot on goal. All that mattered was that Real score. I don't like Liverpool. I didn't really care much for either team. I'd much rather Real win, but it's not like I was like rooting for Real. Congrats, man. I mean, Vinny had to score that goal, which was poorly defensively played by Liverpool. Liverpool had a chance at running quad, but they did not, and they only won 2 trophies.
Rest in piss.
And
they had a celebration for those 2 trophies the next day. That was even funnier. Not gonna lie to you.
Because first of all, and both of those trophies, they beat Chelsea.
They didn't even score.
It was all penalties. So, and then
they played 3 finals, and they didn't score a single goal.
I have listen, Pep Guardiola is like,
the GOAT
to me. So when I look at Pep Guardiola, right, and like City winning and how City won that game, because Have we been live since then? I don't think so. We haven't been live since City won the league, but how City literally was down 2, and within 5 to 6 minutes, all of a sudden it becomes a game again. You know, it's insane. Gundogan, I mean, really put on for City, scored 2 goals. Why am I? Is it Rodri, who scored the second, but then Gundogan scored the first and the nail in the coffin. I mean, it's just, listen, it's beautiful that Liverpool didn't win it because, obviously coming from an Arsenal fan, anybody that it comes out of the Premier League and goes to Champions League, you never want to root for them. But then also looking at your team, it's like whatever. Like you got rid of City. City was in the City literally was like a goal away. So many opportunities. Why are you flashing me an Argentina Messi jersey?
Because Argentina just won another trophy, and Messi is about to lift his 40th title as a professional player.
But anyways, so it was a good game.
The first half we should have been losing, honestly. But
100%.
I think
the whole game. I don't think you should have lost the game.
No, the second half we came out. No, the second half we were dominating. After we scored, we were dominating.
One shot on goal is amazing. That's amazing. Like
one
shot on goal. But all that matters, like the whole point of the game is to literally put the ball in the net.
In the back.
And you did it more times than Liverpool did. Liverpool did it 0 times. You did it once. So who wins? Champions League. Real Madrid.
Before the game, me and Rick talked about this on the show, but I said that the X factor was going to be Courtois, and I turned out to be right.
You were right.
9 saves, most in a Champions League final game in the history of the sport. I get tired of being right. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy. Football is a game.
It was kind of easy to call that because, let's be real. Like when you had a front 3, like Liverpool did, obviously the goalkeeper. You're looking at the goalkeeper like, can you hold this down? Because they're gonna get through the defense. Obviously, Mo Salah is getting through the defense. Sadio Mane is getting through the defense. Firmino's getting through the defense. So that is not even like a question. It's just a matter of, can you stop them from scoring? And you did with multiple shots on goal. I think it was around 9 shots on goal that Liverpool had.
Yeah, 9 shots on goal, 27 shots total.
So, and then for you to hold it down like that, I mean, I got to give you your props. So yeah, and on that end you won. But on the other end, on the offensive end, you technically won because you knocked it in one more time than Liverpool did. Congratulations on your Champions League trophy. I'm just a little bit bitter because
all the people said that we needed Ronaldo to win, ladies and gentlemen, and we did it again and again and again and again. Now it's crazy. It's crazy because the players are already talking about winning next year, and it's just like, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty remarkable, but Liverpool had an amazing season, but rest in peace, though. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to know a fun fact?
A fun fact. Let's hear it.
Every team that I support in every sport, only one has won a championship since I've been born, and I wasn't even old enough to really truly enjoy it. And the day that they won it, I was in the hospital. So it was the Yankees in 2009. I had to watch the Yankees win the World Series with a boot on my damn foot, because I had sprained my ankle.
Moving on to our last topic of the afternoon. Jordan, the Yankees and Mets have the best record in baseball. Can New York shut down, get an earthquake, and see this World Series one more time?
Possibly, but not this year. I don't think this year. I don't think you're going to see a Mets-Yankees because, first of all, with baseball, you already know how baseball works. Baseball just shakes shit up. Like, you never know who's really going to win the World Series, first of all, and who's going to be in the World Series. It's hard to call who's actually going to be in the World Series from a mile away. Even when the playoffs start, it's hard to call who's going to be in the World Series. Because I honestly, last year I would have told you Dodgers winning it all. I would have immediately just said like, oh, okay, Dodgers are winning.
Nobody
would have saw the Braves.
Anyone that says otherwise
nobody would have saw the Braves. The year before that, I mean, you could have called the Dodgers, but you want to call it a Mickey Mouse ring, whatever. Then the year before that, when the Nats won it, that I really thought, okay, Houston has this in the bag. Did they? No. So I mean,
No.
I'm looking at it and it's like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how baseball works. But I don't think that the Mets and Yankees will meet each other in the World Series. I do not believe
They
that.
could.
I don't believe so.
I'm low key rooting for it, but
Well,
like
the
at
Yankees will
same
make the
time,
World Series. I never said anything about the Mets. If that bullpen can
Nah,
stay healthy,
man.
then you got a chance of Mets Yankees.
The Mets are crazy, bro. And
But I mean,
they got the two machines in the chamber, dog. They're loading
gonna
up like
need
go.
depth in the playoffs because the regular season is not the playoffs. My friend.
They do have the depth. Well, that's why I'm saying they have Goku and Vegeta loading in the chamber, just waiting to get out there on the mound again. So
Yeah, I understand that, but can they stay
like
healthy?
I said, man,
You don't know. Playoffs are in
knock on wood. Hopefully, they're able to stay healthy because it would be fire. I don't know, man. A New York professional sports team hasn't won a title in like 10 years. I think the Giants were the last team. NYCFC won last year, but a lot of people don't know soccer.
We're not
But that
talking
counts in
about
my book. But in the last 10 years, a New York sports team has not won a chip. We're talking football, basketball, the Nets. We're talking football, basketball, hockey, baseball. So imagine if two unmovable objects played against each other in a World Series and a New York team had to win. It'd be fire.
You might as well count out the Rangers right now too, because the Rangers are in the conference finals in hockey, and there's no shot that they're beating the Lightning. You might as well get that out of your mind. It was cute. It was a cute little
bye.
It's gone. You know, it was cute, but now it's gone.
Cute little Mickey Mouse run. It's over.
The nice little cute Cinderella story is gone now. Okay, Rangers go back to New York because it's about to be a wrap. I put money. I'm literally right after this. I'm gonna put a bet that Tampa wins this in. I want to say 5. I want to say 5.
Loki might be. We'll look at FanDuel odds after this because a lot of people are saying that the Rangers don't have a chance. So I don't know, it'd be fire to see them. Like I was telling this to one of my friends. He's a Rangers fan. Like the Rangers have so much drip. Like their jerseys are nice, whatever. Like the white jerseys or whatever. But like you just can't bring yourself to root for them. It's just
drippiest. No bias, but the drippiest uniform.
The Maple Leafs.
Come on, it has to be, man. It has to be.
I'll look up their wear after this.
They have like this alternate. They had this like alternate jersey. It was like in black, bro. If I tell you the drip, man. If I tell you the drip, hold on. I gotta show you this. Jersey. Okay. Let me show you this. Look at this Austin Matthews drip right here. Look at this. Oh crap. Hold on. Can you see this?
Hey, that's fire.
Hold on.
I see the black and yellow. Hey, that's fire. That's fire.
Gas. That's gas.
Yeah, bro. Toronto, everything is just fire, honestly. But I would never root for the Raptors. But I did root for them when they had Kawhi, of course. But
the Brooklyn Nets are deferring acquisition of the Philadelphia 76ers 2022 first-round pick at number 23 to the 2023 NBA draft. The option on pushing back pick comes out of the James Harden Ben Simmons trade, and that's had to inform the league office of whatever.
Bro, that trade feels like it was last year with how long
it's whatever. I mean, neither team won because the Sixers stink, and so do the Nets. The Nets did not. The Nets got Ben Simmons, who has so many surgeries. Where I'd be shocked if he's actually there during opening day. I'd be shocked.
Really?
He'll come up with enough BS to not play. Like
Messi's about to raise his 40th title as a professional player, man. Do you know how crazy that is? 40?
On that note, Andres, next topic.
Well, the last topic of the afternoon is NBA final predictions. So, Jordan, if people that are watching right now like FanDuel, who should they bet on? And why?
I want to say, I haven't thought of this one really. I haven't really thought of, oh my gosh, Celtics in 6. I didn't say that though. Celtics in 6, in my opinion. Every time I bet against the Celtics, they end up proving me wrong. So now time to bet with them. And then, even though I'd love to see Carl happy, another part of me would hate to see Carl happy. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see him brag. I don't want to hear him talk about how his team won the finals. All of us are in misery right now in the sports hit list because none of our teams made the finals besides Carl's. So yes, I would absolutely, positively, and David, I think David Adams, but I don't know David on a personal level. So it's not about his happiness. It's just about Carl, who I've known since 2013. So do me a favor, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole.
Klay Thompson.
Klay all Thompson. Okay, I understand Klay Thompson. I know. But
Klay Thompson.
But
I'm sorry.
All of those guys, I need them to do me a favor and get rid of this team in 6. Just actually no 7. Let them get their hopes up. Make it a close game in Game 7, and then put their hearts in the dagger where it's like we made it to a Game 7. But
because the Warriors definitely are good at close Game 7s at Oracle. They're at Chase Center now, but still. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Sports Mania every single Wednesday at 4 p.m. You got Smoke and Mirrors, Loyal to the E on Mondays. Excuse me. You have Smoke and Mirrors on Mondays at 7:15 p.m. Tuesdays, Loyal to the E is officially over, sadly, but hopefully they come back. Chirp and Chat. Yesterday, Chirp and Chat had a very good show. If you want to check them out, best hockey coverage. We're getting to the conference finals. A lot of people are saying Colorado, Tampa. That might be the best final available. If you're a great hockey fan, Jordan, you would know more than me, obviously. Would you agree with that? Colorado, Tampa?
I wouldn't be surprised.
You wouldn't be surprised?
Avs, Lightning, gonna happen.
They're gonna three-peat? They're gonna do it?
Lightning just might, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do what the Penguins didn't do when they lost to the Capitals.
Let's see.
5 years ago? What year are we in? 2022?
Yeah, I think it was like 5 years ago. The Blues won it not too long ago, I'm sure.
Yeah, the Blackhawks, I know they won 3 in 5 years. See, I know a little bit of hockey. See, look at me. Then you got the Fan Zone with Mania and Mike at 7 p.m. Yesterday got really intense. So if you want to check that out, be sure to do so. Then you got On the Court tonight. They're officially back at 7 p.m. giving their predictions and whatnot. AEW Injection tomorrow, the B Show with the First Lady. And you do not have the roster, but you do have High Velocity every single Thursday at 7:30 p.m. 10, 11, 12 shows, 5 days a week, plenty of content. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Master Joe documentary on Friday from the EP himself, executive producer Carl Colange. And the last thing I will say is this. The Boston Celtics are winning the NBA Finals. That is not a prediction. That is a spoiler. So if you like money and you want to win money, go bet on the Celtics. Jordan, thank you for joining me once again. May God bless us all and continue to stay safe out there because who knows where you are safe at this point. Peace.